What's up, YouTube land, and welcome to the longly overdue video review of the Kamen Drive DX Shift DeadHeat set. So here's the packaging, and let's take a look at it. So here in the bottom you have DX Shift DeadHeat set in English, and then in some kanji. Obviously Kamen Drive's logo. Copyright 2014, and Shift Car logo, Shift Car series. It was made in 2015, made in China, Bandai. You have a nice picture of Drive, Type DeadHeat, and DeadHeat Mach. This is one of the very few gimmicks in the Kamen line. Ever since the beginning, that's actually used by two different riders and gives two different forms. Most items used between different riders don't give different forms. This and one of the later signal bikes are the exception to that rule. So you get two signal bikes in this set. You get obviously the DeadHeat, but you also get the Kamen, which is commonly translated as dangerous. And you get some kanji up here, and you get I'll show off more of the background in a second. You got Drive's logo there, nothing there. Here you go. You get two more pictures of Drive Type DeadHeat and DeadHeat Mach. Just showing the slight differences between what the Shift car does and the Drive driver and the Mach driver. Unfortunately, I don't have the Drive driver right now to show you the sounds. That's a weird sentence. Let you hear the sound, but I do have the Mach driver, so I can show that off in a minute. And just here on the background, or on the back of the packaging, are your obligatory product shots, how it works in the Drive driver, and how it works with, I guess, Trideron here, and how it works in the Mach driver. All its sounds, and just there in their keycan. Oh, also, Sad Pac-Man! So, I'm going to get this open. And here's the background I want to show you. It says Kamen Drive Shift DeadHeat, Kamen Mach. And I think that says DeadHeat Mach there, and probably Drive Type DeadHeat there. But get these out, throw this away. I'm finally done with that. And here we have, the two signal bikes and Shift car in this set. So let's look at Kamen first, and it is a missile bike. I'm going to let the comment section handle that joke. It is a missile with a face as a bike, as a motorcycle. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, standalone signal bike. I have yet to get Signal Chaser, because that signal axe is expensive as all get out. But the plastic is very nice, see-through, sparkly red with like a really nice metal flake finish. The face is very nicely done. You see the green eye with the white pupil and the white teeth. Obviously, this missile bike likes to get regular checkups at the dentist. Some nice gunmetal gray detailing the bits of the bike. Obviously, it's Kamen, which is warning, so it's giving you like a warning symbol there. Warning, their missile's going to fall or something. The tires are translucent yellow, which is completely different than any other signal bike. And even the code that gets read, excuse me, by the Mach driver and the drive driver is yellow. I didn't mention this in my previous reviews of the signal bikes, but you can unscrew this code here if you want to adjust the bike without it. All you'd have to do is unscrew those two little screws, remove this, and then you have a perfectly good motorcycle. It rolls perfectly. It rolls beautifully, actually. Whee! But yep, little bit of texturing on the wheel, but basically that's about it for this. Here we have the star of the show, the DeadHeat signal bike shift car. And yes, it is a true, it's a motorcycle and sidecar, but the sidecar is an actual car, so it's a car with a motorcycle. And this is very cool. This is, I guess, kind of telling about the relationship between Drive and Mach, if they're willing to ride side by side. Let's look at the, I'll take off the motorcycle right now, so you can just look at the shift car. Very nice. I'm not 100% sure what kind of car it resembles, because that's obviously a seat back there. So like you sit like this. This is odd. This is quite odd. It feels like a. This is gonna be horrible, but it feels like the tanning booth of shift cars. You'll see more so in a second. But yeah, you've got your gold headlights. Probably Drive's logo right there on that little silver dot. Obviously, this isn't one of these cars. I bumped the camera. God, how bad of me. Obviously, as I was saying, this isn't the type of shift car that you ratchet up and ratchet down, because there's no hinge here. It's oh yeah, it's number 17 in the series. Signal Kamen is number 83. I don't know how well you can see that, because that yellow's so bright. There's a nice what is that? I don't know what this. Spoiler. There we go. Spoiler. Yeah, it's a decent shift car. And here is the signal bike. It's a very basic signal bike. 2 wheels. No cockpit at all. No place for the guy to sit. Simple black and white. It does its job. You do get the Drive logo, and you do get this piece, which is the connector, because they do actually merge to fit in other places. So you hinge it, and you can see this is the door of the tanning bed. I do like one thing they did is, you see this little notch here. This is the easiest way you can get the bike out, because if you just try and grab like here or somewhere, it's really hard to get it out. But I like that they had the thought to just engineer in a little notch there. You just hit with your thumb and you can do that. This is probably the most interactive shift car other than Type Trideron in the shift car set. Obviously, it's a car, so it has 4 wheels, and now it has 6, so nothing hinders it from rolling. And some may be asking why I said it's long overdue is because I've been waiting to do this video for a while, But unfortunately, I ordered one other shift car that never made it, so I have to go back to eBay and complain. But that has nothing to do with you guys, so let's move on to the sounds they make in the Mach driver. So, here's the Mach driver. Just gonna turn it on. And we'll get to some tension. Let's tension. And you are now transformed into Kamen DeadHeat Mach. And I don't know if you watched my previous video review of the Mach driver itself, but if you haven't, you should go back and watch it, and then come back here, because I'll wait. Now that those people are gone. If you have watched it, you would have noticed that it actually changed. This thing actually changed the transformation sound from. How do I explain this? It made different noises compared to this thing. So I'll just give you a demonstration of how it changed the sound. So as you heard, the first time with just Mach signal bike, it made a more upbeat sound after it said signal bike. Well, this one changes that noise to be more motorcycle revving and more rock and roll. And that's true for every other sound this makes. It's now changed to associate with DeadHeat. So the other signal bikes do make slightly different noises. Like the noises have slightly changed, which I'll demonstrate. But we have to finish with this thing. So let's get our button press. So now the DeadHeat has added a word to the thing, so it now says burst in front of everything. So now we'll perform a finisher. So you heard burst, full throttle. The finisher noise didn't change, but it just added burst. So that's really cool. I dig the fact that this thing has more interaction to the belt other than just saying its name. It actually adds sound effects. Speaking of, we have to show off Kamen. That sound is hilarious. I think it sounds like a Japanese warning. It's like warning, warning, warning. So now we. I love how they just went full forward with the gimmick of it's dangerous, and just like they went full throttle. with this. So now that this thing sounds out of the way, I absolutely love this set though. I'll give my opinion in a minute, but let's finish off with the other two signal bikes. So now you'll hear the burst in front of this as well. So this is the added sound effect. That's really cool. So that's all. Yeah, unfortunately, deactivating your transformation or switching signal bikes will negate this thing's changes. So it will stop saying burst until you transform with this again. So my final thoughts on this set. If you're already going in for the Mach driver, this should be a guaranteed buy. First off, you need this if you want to get every form possible. This is a very nice bonus that we weren't going to see otherwise, because this has only had one use in the show, like in one episode where he decided to use it. One or two, actually. So it's nice that they threw in a really cool and unique signal bike. As a set, I definitely think it's worth your money. I paid about $30 for it, and I definitely think it's worth looking for. The fact that it adds more sound effects to the belt and the way it interacts makes it I'd say a must get. Everyone who gets a Mach driver should have this. Should get this. This you don't necessarily need, but it's a very nice bonus, as I said. But this you definitely need. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. And, catch you next time. Until then, I almost screwed up my own outro. Keep it weird!